last time? Let's see. Fingers crossed.
Oh, that happened quick.
Live.
Yeah, that was pretty fast.
Usually it takes a minute.
You know, sometimes it takes us a while to get here, but we got here. You know what I'm saying? Hi. So, like I was telling everybody in the group, Ty, we are going to have a great time tonight. I wrote questions down, so I feel very accomplished.
Oh no, I'm ready.
Did I do a lot of work at work today? We don't know, but I got my questions in, and that's all that matters. The one thing I didn't tell the group is every year I do this, and I invite a bunch of friends. Jen, Alicia, Ty, you guys were here last year for the same extravaganza, and I gave a gift away last year. I'm doing the same tonight. So, more to come. I've been keeping it a secret all this time. More to come. So, welcome to my channel. For those who are new or those who are old, you now belong to us for the next hour and a half. So we'll see where it goes from there. So if you're new here, I am Books with Bonnie. I am the Hot Mess Express. We know I am chaotic and we never know where I'm going. Ask my parents. They're still questioning it. We just don't know. But tonight's going to be full of fun with some sprints. And I just want to celebrate my 4 years. Oh, gosh. I'm old. I'm officially grandma status in the book community. It's just call me Grandma B. 4 years in the book space. So, yay me. But I brought some amazing, incredible friends to hang out with us tonight. And they are going to introduce themselves. So who would like to go first?
Hi, my name's Jamie. I'm from Jamie Reads. I got a Bookstagram, Jamie Reads _1. And if you come to my channel, you'll hear a lot about R.L. Stine, so be prepared. And a little bit of sci-fi mixed into it.
Love it. Also, she's not playing about Stine.
No.
She's not playing. If you're a Stine fan, you need to be following her. Alrighty. Next in line. Go for it.
I'm Alicia at Birdie in the Books. Birdie in the Books pretty much everywhere, but I mainly use Instagram. What you'll see on my channel is chaos, but mostly author interviews. I still pitch myself of like, how do these authors say yes? But I take it. You basically hear me gush about these people for like an hour, the whole entire time. And what else? Occasional book calls. Usually I'm involved with Bonnie and Jamie, and then Jen gets thrown in there somehow, and now Ty's thrown in there. Our little square.
All I'm going to say is Alicia's channel is my favorite to say because it's Birdie in the Books, but it could also be Flirty in the Books or other things in the books because
oh God,
that's just her channel. So moving on to the next person. Introduce yourself.
Wait, Alicia's also called Dirty Birdie.
That was it. Yep. I was waiting for someone else.
I didn't want to say it. I'm glad somebody else did, though. It made me very happy.
Well, if you talk to my cousins, you wouldn't be wrong. So they're the ones that have the most dirt on me. So
we're gonna move on to Ty because Alicia, I think we're learning a lot about you tonight.
I'm Ty. I go by Ty's Bookcorner here on YouTube and Instagram. On my channel, you'll just find a lot of book reviews. I mainly read mystery thrillers and then fantasy. So if that's what you're into, that's what you'll get.
There you go.
I love it when she hates a book. So I just have to throw that out there. When she hates it, you're gonna know, and it is pure comedic entertainment. Just throwing that out there. Moving on. Who's next?
Well, I'm Jen, and this is Morticia, who is demanding attention. I'm genderqueer on all the socials. I mostly read fantasy, and my channel is it's confused. It's confused. Yeah, I'm starting to get into doing like book reviews and stuff like that, but yeah, I just started that, so it's kind of like, yeah, okay. So yeah.
They're incredible. Period. That's all I got. And last but certainly not least, huge shout outs. Go ahead. The NBA All-Star Player of the Year right now.
No, that's too much. I'm Ashleigh on YouTube. It's Ashleigh Logan's Books. On Instagram, which is where I usually am, is Ashleigh Logan _. Very new to the YouTube world. And I do a lot of weekly reading vlogs, and I'm also writing my first book and almost finished with it. So
Congratulations.
there's that. Hopefully to do content on writing. So that's me.
I love how you just slid in the DMs real calmly. Like, I make content and I'm also writing. Girl, you're writing that book and doing content. I can barely chew gum and walk. So let's just hype you up really quick. If you're not following these amazing content creators, what are you doing? You should be following all of them. And yes, their info is in the description box. So again, what are you doing? Follow my peoples. All right. We're going to jump into the chat really quick because I know they're talking smack. They can tell I've had some soda today. I'm full of sugar and energy. So let's jump in. Let's say hi to everybody. I am already seeing the highs. Okay. For the chat, let me ask you, how is your Monday going on a scale from 1 to 3? 1 being, let's just go back to Sunday. Please go back to Sunday. And 3 being like, it's a Monday, but I made it. So let me know what you guys think. 1, 2, 3. What we got?
2.5.
2. We got some 2. Okay. Well, hello, Cool Gamer. Hi, friends. Oh my goodness. Where did all y'all come from? Oh.
And I'm going to use this as a platform to say Pat's secretly a vampire because she's always in everybody's sprints, and I don't know how she gets any sleep. I love you, Pat, but I don't know how you do it.
No, every single one, never sleeping. But we love you for it. So thank you for being the #1 supporter of everybody, because it's incredible that you're there for everybody. Look, everybody knows Pat. Look at that. Right. Also, she will also remind you to drink your water, take breaks, and take care of yourself.
Hydrating.
Make sure we're hydrating. I'm just saying, because Pat's going to let us know.
Water, therefore, it counts as water.
I don't know if that's scientifical or not, but we're going to roll with it.
Well, ice technically counts.
This is true. This is true. This is true. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Okay. It's a lot of us today. Well, thank you guys for showing up with us. What is everyone doing tonight? Are we reading? Are we writers? Or are we just doing laundry? What is the plan for sprints tonight?
This chunky thing?
That is a whole lot.
Yeah,
it is.
And some of this.
I have a chunky thing too.
Oh my goodness, aren't you?
I love Katie Roberts so much.
I
love her so much.
Read my pages for Hades. I'm going to start a graphic novel, but the writing bug hit me like 2 hours ago, so I might write.
Okay. We got some thickies out here tonight. Jen, what do you have in your hand?
I have Ms. Marvel.
Can I borrow that?
Sure, when I'm done.
Oh no, I want it beforehand. That's crazy. You're not willing to share. It's okay. Ty, what you over there reading?
I'm gonna be listening to an audiobook. So I think mystery thriller.
Okay. Mystery
I want to know
thriller.
your thoughts on that one because I love the cover.
So far,
And if they're bad, please make sure you make a video. What am I doing tonight? I do need to read Hades. I haven't finished my pages for that. My mom is currently stalking me because she knows I'm live, so she wants me to answer live. Ain't gonna happen. And then I also need to finish Good Night Kiss by R.L. Stine by tomorrow. So who knows what I'll end up doing? Probably arguing with my mom about how to make a turkey. So fun.
Well, it wouldn't be the Please, unless someone was arguing with someone about how they're cooking something.
No, I only debate with my mother about books and food. That's our extension of our relationship.
There you go.
Make sure you make the thing. Make sure you read the thing. That's how it goes. Alrighty. So a specialty for tonight is a bunch of questions that I was asked for a Q&A. And these are some of the questions I did answer, as well as some questions I didn't get to. So I'm going to be asking my wonderful, amazing friends. I'm going to put them in the hot seats, and I'm going to be asking them some very interesting questions tonight, because why not? Why not? Didn't you wake up today like, why not be a little crazy? The rest of the world already is. We might as well join them. Why stay on this? Why? First question. We're going to ask a question, then we're going to do our first spread. But I want to know this one. What is your biggest challenge with being a booktuber? Dang, that got dark real fast. Okay, I want to know.
Do you want us to answer now or after the sprint?
Let's do this one first. Let's do it before the sprint.
The biggest challenge being a booktuber? The non-privacy that people think you owe them your whole freaking life?
Shazam. Not having boundaries with fans. That's fair. Fair enough. Who's
I struggle
next?
with coming up with video ideas sometimes. Like the creativity of being able to say, oh, I have an idea for a video. I don't have ideas for videos. I just don't.
You bounce off other booktubers. That's what I did at the beginning. I would watch a bunch of booktubers and bounce off of their ideas to make them my own.
Okay.
For me,
Ty, what
it's
you got?
second guessing myself.
Second guess. We talked about this. You are the
know.
bomb diggity.
I will finish a vlog or a video and watch it and be like, do I really need to post this? But I'm
I do
getting
the
over
same
that.
thing. I do the
Poor
same
thing. Who's next?
I'm going to say right now, I'm still kind of struggling with not worrying about channel growth and seeing everybody else's numbers and like comparing myself to other people. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Alicia, is yours the same as Ash, or do you have something separate?
It kind of goes off of what Ty said. Like, I'm not worried about the numbers, but like also my stuff is very niche. So like, and I didn't start with like the normal stuff. Like Jen always says, like, you were just like, screw the TBR. Boom, here's an author interview. Like,
legit.
Another one. Like, but I'm also enjoying it. So like, screw the numbers too at the same time. But it's also that like fighting with your brain of like, I want to grow, but I also want to do the content that I want to do.
Yeah. How do you stay authentic with those kind of goals, you know?
But that's what makes your channel unique, because no one starts out doing what you did. They followed everyone else. And there's always someone out there who's going to want to watch your content no matter what.
Yeah. Shots fired.
Yeah. And there was somebody in the comments that said their biggest challenge is being a reader who isn't reading the most popular books.
Yes.
And I think even if you're not reading the most popular books, like Jamie said, somebody is looking for a review on a book that you are reading and that you care about. So your content will find who it's meant for.
Oh, I love it. And just from personal experience, I am not the person. We all know, people who know me. Baby, I'm not Googling a thing. You're going to get realness over here. They're going to be like, you didn't Google that? Baby, I got to go work. I ain't Googled nothing. I just got here. But I also think some of my most popular videos were just videos of me being me. Like, hey, I got a bunch of gifts. I want to go over my gifts. A really popular book video that I have is just one of my favorites, where I was trying to find Black romances. Right? I was just like, you know what? Here are some for those who want to, you know, do the same. It wasn't easy for me, so I want to make it easy for the next person. And that was one of the biggest videos on my channel. So it's like it's something to staying yourself and doing your own thing, But man, when those end of year videos come out and they say, I read 3 billion books in 2 days, and I'm over here like, ma'am,
But
I have to work.
do you remember them and did you enjoy them?
Yeah.
Those are my two questions always. Like, do you remember what you read and did you enjoy them? But it's also like with the person saying that they don't know what to read or whatever. I mean, you go back to people who started BookTube and they bought every book a person was talking about and they still haven't read them and they don't know if they're going to read them. Don't fall into the hype, I would say, because a lot of books that are hyped, they are not that good.
Okay. I agree with that.
Yes.
Yep.
Lately,
yeah.
yeah.
Nail on the head. Don't forget to hit the buttons, the button parts. I've never used to say things like that until Pat started posting them. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I don't even say it. I just wait for Pat to
I'm
say
letting
it.
y'all
Leave it on the
know,
comment.
if you haven't subscribed to my friends by now, really, what are you over there doing? Put the laundry down for a second and go follow my friends. I did the hard work. The links are in the description. All righty. I think it's time for us to officially start sprinting because I promised them at least one sprint. I could at least do that much. We'll see. Sometimes it's a struggle. So we're going to do a quick 20 minutes. Get your water, get your books, get all the good stuff, right? So we can enjoy the rest of the night. So let's see if I can get this screen up because y'all already know, baby. I forgave myself before I apologized. Okay, team? That's what we're doing. Alrighty. I think it's sharing. Can you guys see my timer at all?
Not yet.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
It's a player hater, and I realize that now. Alrighty. Well, in that case, we're gonna mute. We're gonna do some productivity time for the next 20, and then we'll be back with you guys for some more fun. So, see ya. Knock, 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 and we're back. Hi, friends. Can we just talk about the ridiculousness of the amount of ads this one timer had? Oh my gosh.
They're getting
we
so
get
much
it.
worse with the ads.
They're so aggressive. Like, chill. We know y'all trying to sell a product. We get it. You got a job like we do, but dang.
Yeah.
Ask me for my social while you at it. No. Sorry, I play too much. How was reading?
It was okay. I got the 2 chapters.
No one looks happy about what they're reading, just so we're clear.
I'm actually pretty excited. I'm reading was it like the 3rd Teen Titans graphic novel that they came out with last year? I'm reading the Robin one. I'm like 29 pages into it now.
I think I read what is her name? Star something one.
Starfire?
Yes, I read that one. Alicia,
I like
you
that
okay
they're changing her dynamic.
Okay, I'm just checking. Y'all okay over there? We all right over here? Okay.
I wrote
my
book
my
more and I read.
I'm already upset.
What are you upset about?
Because the characters is really charactering, and I don't have time for this character stuff.
Which one are you reading?
I'm reading Goodnight Kiss. It is an R.L. Stein retelling. It is up to date, but not really. But you ever be looking at your book like you're looking at the character? Like, what are you doing?
He's gonna piss you off. He's gonna piss you off again.
I'm legit talking to this book like, ma'am, are you really surprised? Are you upset right now?
He's gonna piss you off again, Bonnie.
Somebody needs to do an adult retelling of Slappy the ventriloquist dummy.
Jamie.
That would be good.
I hate
like, no, leave Slappy where he is. Don't problems.
Have you seen what he looks like in the new TV show?
Mm-mm.
He's even creepier. He is even creepier.
Wow.
Oh.
How can he get more creepier?
Oh, I haven't watched the episode where he shows up, but I've seen a picture of him and he's even creepier than what we grew up with.
Look away.
Oh,
I
yes.
approve.
That's a room full of nightmares.
Well, I am trying to keep my excitement of the book that I'm reading very low. It's for a secret video that I'm working on.
Ooh.
About a book that I feel is overhyped.
Oh.
Just gonna leave it there. And I'm just
Is it a newer one?
for myself. Yeah.
Now I really want to know.
I do too. That's why I'm like, is it new? Is it old? What is it?
You gotta watch the video and find out. That's how you do it, Ash. You're like, oh, check out the video.
I'm hoping to be done with it this week, so that will be my video for the week. But I have kept myself away from this book as long as I possibly could.
Oh, it must be a romance.
Because of the hype. No.
Romance fantasy?
Sure.
Oh. I can't wait for that to drop. I can't wait. Okay, we've been ignoring our chat, so I guess we got to talk to you guys too. So we asked the question earlier about the challenges of being in the book space, being a booktuber, creating content. And you all was also able to answer a few questions. So one person said, my biggest challenge is coming back. Ooh, yeah. When you take them breaks and you remember how simple life used to be without creating content and editing. Ooh, it's like taking a vacation from work. You don't want to go back. Struggle. I should be writing, but just worked out. So I'll just listen to the art of. Speaking of Scandal, I just found out that the main character is Scandal. They did like an interview. I was obsessed with that show. And they did an interview together. And the small heart that I have grew 2 sizes. It was wonderful. Being consistent. Does anyone struggle with being consistent in creating content?
Yes.
Yeah, without getting bored.
Yep.
Mhm.
I know this personally, especially when I first started. Before, I wanted to just create a sense of like schedules because I was like, oh, the big time content creator have schedules. They have it 6 o'clock Thursday, every Thursday, no sweat. And I tried that for a month and I was exhausted. I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna work for me, y'all. Y'all gonna get this content when it's done.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
when you
only
make
doing
life
one
is gonna
video
do
in
its
December.
thing.
You're like, hey, the instruction says 20, but it don't look done yet. So we gonna get it when we get it.
Yeah, I'm only doing one video in December for that reason. I'm
There you
not
go.
stressing out. I'm not doing it.
It's hard, to be honest, in my opinion, because I feel like you want to be consistent, but for me, I'm all about being authentic too. Like
Yeah.
I told myself, I want to be professional, I want to be put together, I want to be organized. And in some spaces I am, but most of the time I'm just a hot mess. And the people who get it, and they're loving it. They're like, girl, me too. They just looked it up with me, like, girl, we know, we get it. I remember the first live I did. I didn't even know how to turn my mic on. They were like,
Well,
we
you
can't hear
have to go.
I did my first live earlier this year, and I haven't done another one.
I remember that. I remember
We're
that
doing
one.
another one, Ty. We're doing another one. Sign me up. Finding the time to film. Anybody struggling with that?
That's me
That's-
right there.
Yeah. That
I
can be
had this
tough.
big plan in my head of like I was gonna batch film content, and so all I would have to do is edit moving forward. But no,
It's hard to batch film. Like when you're trying to balance, like when I started BookTube, I was in a different place than I am now. Nothing bad, just things shifted, so I'm trying to balance everything. Now that things have shifted.
Mhm.
And that's
Being
the
a
hard
reader.
part.
I love this one. Being a reader that's
I
not
love
reading the most popular books.
oh,
I
this was
do
the
think
comment
there's
I
a
was talking about earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel the pressure.
If you're not following Vina, please follow Vina. She's the best. She's awesome.
That's right. Shout out to
I
you,
love-
honey.
Yeah. I don't
That's a big
struggle.
one, though.
I don't struggle with filming. I try to do my filming around Sebastian's schedule. So if I get like 1 minute clip, I'm like, that 1 minute clip is what it's got to be. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But Jamie, you're hilarious when you do it. Just so you know, she's like, "Look, the baby's here, the food's on. This is what we got. I'll check in later." I was like, "Let's go, Mama." Mama is getting work done and reading. I don't know how you did it, but you do it every time.
I mean, I try. I mean, personal reasons had to take off, but now getting back into it, I'm like, wait, what's going on? Like, did I miss something?
And that's the thing is, I love the authenticity, but also I think a lot of big content creators don't show the bad, so we convince people that it's only good, right? Because of course, it's social media. You're going to see the highlights of the greatest things that happen to people, but they don't see the hours of writing. They see the book release. They don't see the hours of recording and editing. They see the final product. And that's something that I love about having such great content friends who is like, baby, that video gonna get here or it ain't.
But that also bothers me when it comes to booktubers as well a little bit. Like if you occasionally have an in your video, it's not going to hurt anything. Like
No.
or you pause or like
I don't take them out because honestly, if you don't like it, then don't watch my videos.
I film my videos in
I
one
have
take.
to take them off.
yeah.
I was like, I want it to be amazing. I work too
Well, no,
hard.
it's not even that. I say 50 times because I
I do
have to
too.
like really think about what I'm saying. So if I left all my ums in there, they would be like, I'm not watching this anymore.
I'm the same
What's
way. I
your-
also found out that I say the word like a lot, and I didn't never realize
Yes.
that.
I never even noticed it.
Mhm.
The way you start
Now
to
that you said it, I'm
scrutinize
gonna notice
yourself. When I say before, I didn't realize a lot of like my mannerisms because people were like, you have a big personality and you talk a lot with your hands. And I remember my first video, your girl was like this the whole time. I was like, that is very distracting. And why did nobody tell me that is what it's
No.
like
I can't
talking?
help it.
I
I'm
totally feel
Italian.
that. Like I had someone tell me, "You say you guys too much. You need to change that." I'm like, what? And I go back and I watch. I'm like, okay, yeah, I do. I need to change some stuff up.
We're doing a sense of therapy in this session, guys. We're all going to talk about our problems as content creators. I love this one. Everyone has their own vibe that attracts their own crowd. Don't try and reach everybody else. Hallelujah. Yes.
I need that like tattooed on my forehead when I'm having a moment
but
of
don't also compare yourself to like Books and Lala and stuff. She's been on the freaking internet forever.
Yeah.
Just because you start out don't mean you're gonna get exactly what she has. You just got to figure your own flow, figure out your own people, and then just go with it. Don't change. Be more authentic than everyone else.
And I'm that friend. I'm going to tell you all the stuff you say you're too afraid to do. I'm that girl. Oh,
Why
I'm
do you
not
think I
sure
started a
about, baby.
BookTube channel?
We doing it. When?
She
That's the
yelled
bad
at
Yeah,
part.
Bonnie's the reason I have a YouTube channel. 'Cause she
Right,
was like, "Girl,
exactly.
you post that video and get on.
I don't know
somewhere."
what they're talking about. This is not supportive of Books with Bonnie's channel. I don't know what
Bonnie
they're
and
talking about.
The live that I did during October would have never happened if Bonnie wasn't like, okay, we're getting this shit done. Come on, let's go.
I don't know what they're talking about. And if my lawyer is watching this, I have no clue what any of them are talking about. All I am saying is, I am the good news bear.
Let's take responsibility.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am just for the people, okay?
Mhm.
Here's the thing. I'm the oldest of 10. It's 10 of us. I'm that sister. When you got an idea in the world telling you it's crazy, my siblings know to call me and be like, I don't know if I can. You sure can. Absolutely.
You
How
are
we
the
going to
right
do it?
person to bounce shit off of.
Yeah, because I'm all about the adventure and the risk. Because you're going to look back a year from there and be like, man, I didn't even think I could do it. I love that. Do it. Okay, I'm being a bad influence most of the time. So that leads me to my next question. What is your biggest piece of advice, best advice, the greatest advice for people that are afraid to make content?
Just do it. I'll go
Dang, I was
first.
gonna say that.
Literally,
Just sit down in front of the camera and be like, hey, this is my first video. I'm gonna mess up. If you give me some constructive criticism, I'll take it in, I'll absorb it, and my next videos will be better, more authentic, more me. And just go for it, because then you're gonna have that monkey on the back of your back being like, oh, you never went for it. This could happen, or this could happen. You could meet your best friend. You never know.
The same thing
that.
that Jamie just said. I kind of feel like I would just tell people, like, don't be afraid to laugh at yourself, because your first couple of videos are going to be terrible. Just laugh and post anyway.
That's Ty, way to throw me under the bus.
No, I mean, my first couple of videos, I was quiet, and I'm like, how are you guys watching my videos?
I would say enjoy it. This is a hobby, not a job. And we're supposed to be having a good time.
Oh,
That's
drop
what
the
I would say.
mic. I don't have nothing better than that.
No, that's true, because people put too much pressure on themselves. Like, I gotta finish 20 books before my video's done. No, I finished one book and I'm like, this video is going up.
There you go. That's how you do it. So let me ask you guys this, because this one's a difficult one too. How do you deal with negative comments or trolls? How do you kind of manage and still make content with something like that?
the block button. It's a lovely thing.
That's true. But
Yeah.
I think from years of bullying, I got a pretty thick skin. So I'll be like, you don't mean nothing. Because you wouldn't say it to my face if we were face to face. So you're just hiding behind the screen. So it don't mean nothing.
Yep.
I just put a heart on the comment. And keep going.
or I just like
Thank you for your candor.
paragraph. I'm just like, hey,
I'm like, thanks. I don't know.
Dang.
so petty with that shit.
Appreciate your time.
I think my first, like, that is the best advice, and I'm going to take that away, Ty. Thank you for sharing.
If he's leaving you a nasty comment, it means that you live rent free in their head.
It's fantastic.
One bill I don't have to pay? Love it. Love
There
it
you
here.
go. There you go.
I don't know. I had my first real kind of comment that bothered me after 4 years, right? Mostly I'm just like, whatever. But this one was a comment on my most recent video where I talked about my stance on what's going on and how we are anti-genocide over here. We don't play them type of games, and ceasefire is necessary. And someone just made a comment like, yeah, I don't agree, and you don't know what people are going through, and this is why people don't make content comments, etc. And I don't know enough. And I simply said, hey, you watch this video, I'm sure it's videos on this content for you to learn.
But
And they
playing
don't
on that, no one knows everything. It's our responsibility to educate ourselves, but people don't want to educate themselves. They want to be stupid and left in the dark. Because they're thinking, if I don't know, then it doesn't harm me, it doesn't affect me, and it won't domino effect into my life.
Yeah.
Facts. Period. Hold on, wait. Period. Sorry, my sister says it like that, so now I say it like that. So, question. These are all questions from people who want to make content, just so we're clear. How do you go by collaborating with other content creators? Maybe some you even admire.
Reach out to them.
Reach out. I mean, they're human, just like you.
I think everybody that I have interacted with since I've started my channel have been super nice. I think sometimes it can be intimidating if you reach out to people, but
when we first met,
I mean, it can be scary, but like before, you're gonna have that what if. So just reach out. Like when I first reached out to Bonnie, I was like, oh, she's gonna think I'm crazy. Like, what the heck?
Little did she know, I'm already crazy. She's like, oh, you're wild. Got it.
Hey, no.
I heard that, Sebastian, and I believe you.
But reach out, just be yourself, and if they say no, they say no. Just move on to the next person. Like,
Yep.
there's someone out there that's going to be like, yes, I would love to be on your channel, and they can help you. They can give you tips.
I have a follow-up question. And I'm going to direct these questions to specific people. Ooh, I'm ready for this.
Here we
Jen.
go. What?
Hello, my dear. Hello. Hello. My pride and joy. Book talk or booktube, and
Booktube.
why?
I don't even have
You didn't even let me finish the question. Okay, I'm ready.
I don't even have TikTok.
Dang. The stress. What do you do in your free time? Because I know you got some, and I know that you don't have TikTok. You got free time.
Yeah, no, I play The Sims in my free time.
Love that.
Yep, I play
Love
The Sims in
that.
my free time. I don't have TikTok. Now I have been known to fall down an Instagram Reels rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
It's basically TikTok the following week after. That's all.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, Instagram Reels, Tumblr.
Oh my God! I wonder if my Tumblr account exists.
Dan Friedman.
Dang. Okay. All right.
So yeah, I don't mess with TikTok. That's where all the children play.
Uh-huh.
Ty, you're up. Why did you start your channel, and how has it changed your life?
So I feel like this is the textbook answer, but I started my channel.
Give us more.
Wanted to be a part of the community and, talk to other people that read. Because like in my personal life, a lot of people just don't read. I think I have like my dad and then like one friend that reads, but everyone else, I have no one to talk to. So that's why I started it. What was the other question? How it changed my life?
How it changed your life?
I've met a lot of good people through BookTube, and
Are we though? Like, I'm kind of
including
clingy.
you guys. So all the people that I've actually met and interacted with, I think that's the best part of doing all this.
Mhm.
And we'll actually get to meet in person soonish.
Are you traveling again, Alicia?
No, if it's okay for me to say, Ty, she moved closer to where I live, so we're gonna meet in the middle.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I really gotta
We're gonna
go
meet in the middle
over there
somewhere.
now. Now I really gotta travel. Dang it! I was trying to hold off.
I told you there
My
was a
goal.
bedroom in my house for a reason. Hello.
I mean, one day I am just gonna put together a book tour for myself, and I'm just gonna go visit all my book friends. That is my goal in life. It's just to take a vacation and go harass you guys in person,
Do it.
and then come home with a bunch of
Well, you
snacks.
technically already did that with me.
Well, I can continue.
Yeah.
I can continue.
You got to come visit me. I have access to like one of the largest used bookstores in the country.
Yeah.
I will bring an empty suitcase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
I
you can ship
will.
it. That's what I did when we were coming back from Minneapolis.
No, because then Tom will know I bought books while I was away. He doesn't need to know that. He doesn't need to know that.
He's going to know you bought books while you were away anyway.
Hello, you're going with book people.
I
Duh.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
I have no idea what you mean. What are your okay? No, this one's a good one for Alicia.
Oh goodness. Okay.
What are your views on banned books?
They shouldn't be banned. And you need to read them. And they're banned for a reason, and it's usually a good reason for people to read them.
Have you all actually looked up some of the books on the banned list? Like, it is ridiculous at this point. Some of the books.
What upsets me the most, I mean, I can see some of them and why they're banned. I get some of them. But the part that bothers me is the children's books that are banned.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me, like Mouse. And like, for example, at my library, there's a picture book called My Two Mommies that's banned.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. Like, the librarian got in trouble for handing a kid a picture book. Like, this is stupid.
What's interesting enough is that no one can give a direct answer for why. It's always these like fully fledged psychological like thesis that they're giving, and it's very simple. You don't want people to learn about different people and show respect. Like, that's literally what it is. You want it to be uncomfortable.
But
Yep.
the part that frustrates me is it's not a group of people that have to do it. One person has to put a complaint, and then it can just snowball. One person who just doesn't agree with somebody's views can make it snowball and make. I mean, I'm not a parent, and I know that, but like, if you don't want your child reading something, be a parent and tell them they can't read it. Don't make it make it hard to access for everybody else in your county or state.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It really.
What Reads with Rachel said. Reads with Rachel made the comment because she's got kids, and her kids live in a district where the Moms for Liberty are actively trying to get books banned.
Same
And
here.
and she made the comment that she did not agree to co-parent with Moms for Liberty.
Yep.
That sounds like my mom.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think anybody agreed to co-parent with those people. So they
But
need
it's
to
also
get their
like-
own kids.
To go off of like what Jen just said, it's also like you can't make a school district parent your children.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you need to parent. Like, did I read things when I was a teenager that I shouldn't have? Yeah. Did I read
What?
things
Girl, my mom might be
earlier that I
watching.
should have? Yeah, but most of them-
My mother might be viewing, so I have no idea what they're talking about now. I read all of the kids' books in the books you never told us to look at.
Yeah.
And even though, you know what starts that though is,
I never see them banning things like flowers in the attic.
thank you, that's exactly what I was going to say. When I read that when I was
Stephen
13.
King that should be banned.
Yeah. We got, see, I knew this was a hot topic. Okay. Last question before we hop into our very next sprint. Very quickly, give me one, just one of your unpopular book opinions. Really quick. Really quick.
You will never see Colleen Hoover on any of my videos. That woman is straight trash.
Jamie said it. And yeah, I second that notion. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. That's all. That's do your thing, baby. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna do mine. That's not for me.
That's how I feel about Cassandra Clare.
You know, I have never read anything by her.
Me
Yeah,
either.
you're not missing anything.
And I plan on keeping it that way.
I would never read nothing from her.
Mm-mm.
This is gonna be for my fantasy people out there, but
Oh goodness. Oh wait, I'm ready. Hold on. Okay, go ahead, Ty.
So far, I
Oh,
don't
God.
think Brandon Sanderson is that great.
Oh,
I've
that's
been
okay.
reading through
That's
a
fine.
lot of his books, and they're fine, but they're not anything to.
I like some more than others.
They're not that great.
I've never read Brandon Sanderson, but he seems like the James Patterson of fantasy. Like he thinks he's entitled to all of the freaking views and shit.
The way you put that, though, really has me thinking. I'm not gonna lie,
I like Doorbreaker.
because there's a lot of alignment with what you just said. Just saying.
Mhm.
I've only
I've
read
read
Mistborn, right?
Don't
Is
think
it called
it's great.
Mistborn?
Yeah, the first trilogy. Yeah.
Yes, I've only read 2 of the 3. It's on my
The third
list to
one
finish.
sucks anyway, in my
Okay,
opinion, the third one sucks. I like the first 2.
I'm more of an NK. Like I feel like they write their tails off, so I feel like I just started off really high to begin with. So books after that was just kind of like you got to do better.
Yeah.
My opinion. Jen, last but not least, unpopular book opinion.
Cassandra Clare's not worth the paper she's printed on.
Hey, those trees cost a lot of money.
I haven't. Yeah. I don't know if it's considered an unpopular opinion, but everybody
It probably
talks
is.
about reading. Everybody talks about reading diversely, but nobody ever talks about reading diversely with the people with disabilities.
Touche.
So that needs,
That is,
that needs to be in your diversity canon.
Yep.
Like everybody.
I agree.
And I'm not saying if you're reading only books by Black authors, that's a bad thing, but I'm sure there's someone of that area that is disabled. So read.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because people constantly say things are
Yes.
ableist and you have no idea. Like you say it's ableist, but do you actually know what the hell that word actually means?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. My mom just
Sorry.
called. Now my
It's one of my
husband's
things that
phone is
bugs me.
ringing. I'm sure it's my mom. It's my mother. Okay,
really
well.
Yeah. Sorry, it really bugs me.
No, I agree. And I'm guilty of it as well, because I am also a person who talks about diversity on my channel a lot. And I don't have that many books that highlights that. So I'm going to call
Well, it's hard
myself
to
out.
find them because they're not getting published.
Yeah.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
And if they are
Yeah,
getting
like-
are getting published, they don't do it right.
Mm.
They don't do their research like
seen
they
that
should
too.
do their research.
Mm.
back.
For and by is what I normally look for.
Yeah.
Is it for them? Is it by them? Is it personal experience? Is it experience that you did your homework on? Or is it just a buy me tactic?
Yeah.
That's the sticky part, because I find myself picking up a lot of buy me tactics where it's like, oh, this is a person of color. And the moment they describe their hair, I already know you're not a person of color. Her hair was like clouds on a sunny Friday with the rain. What the hell does that mean? I'm sorry, what, ma'am? It was raining and it was a fluff of cloud floating over her head. That is her hair. Yeah, this is definitely not for us, by us.
Yeah.
So I strongly recommend, just based on this conversation, if you are a person that cares about diversifying your shelves, make sure you do your homework. Don't give these crazy people your money.
No, do
They
you
Because I've
even
been
like
in
to
this
ask questions.
There's a lot of white authors trying to pass as black authors, and they don't even get it right.
I'm just going to be frank with you all. I think Jen is the one that was like, be careful with these cozy murder mysteries because some of them are not what they say they are. And I did
told
my
you there was that
research.
one soul food one, and it was written by a white man.
But
That was
but,
posing
like,
as a black
you
woman.
got that romance series, and then you found out some stuff about it. Like, really?
Sebastian is hilarious. I'm sorry. I can't focus.
He's off in his own little world right now.
It's okay. But we are officially at time. Time for us to go ahead and do a sprint. I didn't do it.
Ashleigh's back.
Woo woo. Oh, I'm just blind.
Yeah.
Right on time for another one. Sorry, boo. Well, we're going to go ahead and do a sprint. My mother is calling me, so I need to call her back. She's harassing me at this point. So I'm going to call my mom back while the rest of us actually get things done. So 20 minutes, and then we're going to jump into some more fun questions. You guys have been so great. So again, if you're not following my friends, what are you doing? Yeah, work on that. Work on your life. Come on now. You need healthy decisions, and one of them is following on my friends here. So make sure you do so. Alrighty, enough of me chatting. Let's jump in. Let's get some reading done, and then we'll be right back. Enjoy. Knock, 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 knock. And we're back. Hi, friends. Welcome back to the chaos. I was reading.
Made it to chapter 4.
Good. I got to page 85 in my graphic novel.
Nice.
I made it to chapter 6 and people are dying.
Nice.
Oh, that is a terrible response to dying. I do not support that. But like, also,
But
dang.
you know, stuff is going to hit the fan if they start killing people early.
Yep.
I'm just saying that escalated so quickly. I wasn't prepared. It was like, oh, I read this, I read that. Yeah, people dying over here. What are you
She said
reading?
so quietly in that little southern accent.
Right? It's beautiful. Love it.
And I appreciate that there's
Someone
actual
said-
dragons in here. There's actual dragons.
Alicia, I don't
Yes.
know why you keep doing it to yourself. The books just keep getting thicker.
I know.
Like, look at them pages. Mama got front and back. Like, it's a lot going on over there.
Paperback, it doesn't even flop. It doesn't
She
flop.
got thighs and pies over there. Okay, like that book is thick. It's a lot.
It's reading fast though.
Yeah.
I have to
It's
say.
a quick
That's
read.
good.
Yeah.
Because
It's a quick
nothing's
read.
worse than a thick book and she be super dry.
Mhm.
Can't do that.
Babel.
Who said that?
Me.
Shots
No, I
fired.
still haven't read it. What I heard is
Am I wrong, Jen? Come
Not
on.
for
Am I wrong?
I
I gave that
actually
thing-
enjoyed Babel. I thought it was well written.
It was well
My
written, but it was
problem was that there was so much linguistics in it, and I'm still reeling
Mm.
and suffering PTSD from the fact that I almost failed a linguistics class in grad school.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I nearly failed. So,
Oh my.
yeah.
So
it
what
was
I'm
way
hearing
too long
is
for only being 3 stars.
wow. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard some very interesting things. Some people love it because they're like, oh, the linguistic piece, the historical piece, the
That was the part
language
I
was
liked.
beautiful.
And then when she switched it and put all this other stuff in it, I was like, but that's not what I'm here for. Like, I feel like it should have been 2 books. Like, she
Okay.
tried to shove too much in one book.
Mm.
I never
It's a
finished
shame.
it. It was just boring.
Poor Spy had to listen to me like complain about reading that thing. I
Find
feel like
that
a month
friend
and
that
a
you're
half
like,
I was sending
Does
her
this make me
messages.
look fat? You'd be like, I wouldn't wear it.
Buddy
Love
read
it.
and co-suffered between one book. Ugh.
The takes
Because
are
of How
hot.
to Sell a Haunted House. Oh my god. Ugh.
I never picked it up because it's not my type of book. So
Not for
No,
everybody.
if you want to get
Some that I know
pissed at
really
very
loved it,
entitled
though.
people, that's the book for you.
I gotta admit, I don't hate TikTok for the short content. Let's have a conversation around this, okay? As a person who has both TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff, what is your favorite one? What's your favorite book communication site?
I'll go
Instagram
first.
for me. Oh, go
Nope,
ahead.
nope. Actually, go ahead.
Instagram for me, I feel like the people who are on TikTok, if you find your niche and can stay in your lane, I think it's fine. I like watching that content, but I feel like Instagram has a more, it sounds weird, but homey feel. It's not like you're
Cozy.
performing, it's like you're trying to actually gain community, whereas TikTok is like, how many videos can I get out to be seen, noticed, make money? It just doesn't feel authentic to me on TikTok.
Yes. Here.
I went to college with someone that made it really big on TikTok, and now he's trying to sell relationship advice, considering he's never been in one that lasted more than 4 months.
Awkward.
I feel like TikTok's gonna be like I feel like TikTok's gonna be another Vine. It's gonna go, and then it's gonna People will be like, wait, where did all these people go?
I kind of feel the same way as Ashleigh. Like, I like YouTube because I actually like making the content.
Yeah.
But I feel like I talk to more people in like the book space on Instagram. It's just easier to communicate with people over there. But for TikTok, so I have a TikTok account, but I don't post anything over there, and I don't watch any book content at all on TikTok. I just feel like I consume it in other places that I don't want to consume it on TikTok as well. So
That's interesting.
That is so interesting.
yeah, anytime
because this book over here,
I scroll really fast or tell them I don't want to see it. Like,
oh wow.
Or do you guys also see that, like, I feel like people that have like YouTube and TikTok cross posts, so you see the same shit. I'm like, I'm watching your stuff on YouTube. I don't want to watch a 30-second clip of your 45-minute video.
well, look here, baby. I got work to do.
I don't have TikTok. I never had TikTok. I prefer Instagram or BookTube. But from what I've heard, TikTok is so behind times that they're talking about books that we talked about in BookTube years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have both.
In 2011.
Yes, I double dip on content. Find me later. Y'all can jump me outside. It's okay. I know. I do a double dipping. But I do feel that TikTok is more sterile in the sense of like, it's like a hospital telling you welcome home. It's like, this is very stale and the couch don't even have a cushion on it. Like what's going on here? I have never seen so much toxicity in the book space than I have on TikTok.
That's what I hear about book talk is that it's very toxic and very drama filled.
So much drama. I feel like there is someone saying something out of pocket every other day. And because toxicity sells, it's a constant in that space because everyone wants their content watched. The hard part is that they learn the hard way that all attention is not good for you.
Well, I will say what I've also witnessed on Book Talk is that the Book Talk people are doing it for the trend and not necessarily for the love of books. It's like 2020 hit and they were like, oh, how can I still make content since I can't leave my house? Let me pick up a book. And because I know a few people that I've seen their videos, it's like, oh, I've only been reading for 7 months, but I have this big, huge following, and I'm recommending books that are trash. I'm looking at you, Twisted Series. Sorry if anybody likes it, but okay.
Thank you. It was garbage.
I just want to go on the report that I didn't say that. It was Ash. Just because people like to say I'm crazy when I say stuff like that. I just want to go on the record here. It wasn't me. But I stand behind it, 2 toes, 10 toes, elbows down, because it is 100% true.
And to be fair, I didn't even read the whole thing. All it took was that first book for me to be like, nope, I'm not doing this.
The first book is the worst one. Oh, it's so bad.
I think it also plays into the age groups a lot in the book talk space, right? Because there's a lot of younger people who have different interests than, say, a well-seasoned, Merlot, if I will.
I also think it. There's a lot of people shifting content. Like I'm seeing a lot of people that were lifestyle people, but now all of a sudden becoming book people.
Yeah.
Jack Edwards, for example, and now all of a sudden he has a BookTube channel and he's 23 and they're calling him the king of BookTube. Like he's like the age of my brother. Shut up. Like stop it.
Well,
oh my gosh.
Getting to like the people who make stuff that's not even like book related.
Yes.
It's like a man who's playing a guitar and it's like, oh, has BookTube found y'all? Book Talk found y'all? And I'm like, this is not what I was looking for when I'm looking for a book community. I don't care. Tell me about the books. Like that's where I'm at.
No. I think it's also this I don't know if you guys know about Rubik's Cube guy.
Who?
There is a guy currently going viral on TikTok because he's just, mouthing the words of a song while completing a Rubik's Cube.
Okay.
And
Okay.
for some women, that may have unlocked a new attraction. And the book girlies. Jen, stay with me now. Hold on, baby.
Well, there is
They
smut
may-
regarding a Rubik's Cube.
They may
It's
have
out there.
said someone should write a book about him because he mouthed the words of a popular song and solved a Rubik's Cube all at the same time. And he has on glasses, so that makes him sexy Harry Potter. But whatever. That is what they are saying.
I mean, to be fair, he did it well.
I mean, he is a little baddie. We ain't saying he ain't.
Is he as bad as the guy that likes to like chop wood and break a
That is
watermelon?
a whole nother unlocking we're going to talk about.
Okay. My sister shows or sends me the pictures or the videos of the dude chopping the wood. I'm like, girl, what? Why? What's so attractive? She's like, but he's sweat. I'm like, no.
Hey, the book girlies love it. I'll say this: the younger book girlies are still trying to identify what is attractive, and I feel that they are very much just trying to, find what attraction means to them. That's all I got, y'all.
They're also reading the Colleen Hoover where they think it's okay for a man to beat a woman.
All I'm gonna say is Jamie said it, and I'm not here right now. I don't need to own every book in a series. Okay, baby. Here's the thing. I didn't read the series, and I own all the books. So two things can be true at the same time.
Right there.
Yeah. It's true though. I think BookTube has a consumerism problem.
You've been talking to Tom.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I genuinely do. And like I fell into it at first because
We all
buying
do
all
it.
the books, but I've tried to make a concerted effort recently to use the library
Love
and
it.
to read the books that I already have.
Love it.
And I just do. Like, I know that people have talked about this in the past more eloquently than I possibly could, but BookTube has a consumerism problem.
Absolutely. I'm part of the problem. Don't follow me.
I, as
Or
well,
I
I
am
didn't
part
say
of the
anything about
problem.
you, but
I also
you
think,
brought it up.
yeah.
I also no, go
I
Alicia.
feel like they're missing out if they're not buying all the
It's definitely
books.
FOMO.
Yeah. I don't know, like
It's
what. Yeah.
especially when you have those seasons where every book company has a deal, a discount, a half off, a buy one, get one, and everyone is coming out with their new books on their shelves. FOMO is real, baby.
Yeah.
It is huge, especially around this season, right? You have all these companies trying to get rid of things that didn't sell all year. Yeah, let's make it $2 and make it to where you can buy a whole series without spending $20.
But some of them didn't sell for a reason because they're written.
Yeah,
Y'all are
but
so shady.
also they'll try to change the cover on you and make it look more appealing. So you're like, oh, I have to get that, and then you're like,
I'm a
wait,
sucker for it.
I didn't like this book to begin with. Why am I falling into this?
This is how they get me. They put a black cartoon woman on it. God damn it, take my money. Because I'm not going to ask questions. They're going to be like, guess what? It's $2. What? You think I'm leaving that store without it?
It's mine. Yeah.
I am a part
I
of the
fell
problem.
into it when I started my Bookstagram account last year. And I felt the need to buy a lot of books. But I also know that there are books that I will eventually read. But I'm at the point now where it's like I will not pay full price for a book. I hardly go to Barnes and Noble. I have a really good used bookstore here in Nashville where I can trade books that I no longer want to keep and get other books.
McKay's is the best.
McKay's is the best. But
Or there's Mr. Case by me.
Just all I didn't know you were in Nashville.
I am.
Yeah, you're not far.
We should hang out.
We should go on a tour, and I'm coming. God dang it! One of these days.
We should all plan like a central spot. We'll meet at the used bookstore, and then we'll all just meet there.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, because here's a funny story. I was in Nashville a week after I met Alicia.
Oh my God, I was so mad. And
So
you were
annoyed.
literally like
A week
45 minutes
after, she's like, "Yeah, I live here," and I'm like, "Shut the front door." And she's like, "No." I was like, "I just left on Monday. I hate you."
And literally,
now.
she was 45 minutes away from where I live. I was like, "Are you
It's
freaking
terrible.
kidding me?"
Wow.
We need to go on more trips. Book people
I'm 8
need
hours
trips
from Jen.
with friends. What was that, Jamie?
I live 8 hours away from Jen.
I'm sorry.
Ew.
You should
Jen
be
and I only
closer
live
to
about
awesomeness.
3 hours from each other,
Mm-hmm.
roughly.
Yep.
I think we're talking about Rubik's Cube guy, and I love that. Love you for sharing. He does move his hands very nicely.
If you want to follow
The
content
wood
like that,
chipping guy is just making a lot of grunts for me, and I can't watch that. And all I hear is, sorry, it is not.
It's like an old porno. Like you're just hearing your ear, like the worst smut grunts ever.
there's an Instagram where you can. There's men reading that are like naked. If you ever just want to look at a picture and not a video.
Oh my god! No.
Well, have you guys seen those videos with like?
I mean, it's like it's tastefully cut.
Yes,
that
that's what
area
I
is
was gonna
tastefully
say.
covered.
Todd. Donut.
Wait, what you say, Ty?
I said the videos with like those half-naked men cooking and they're like molesting the food.
Donut.
I'm sorry. What?
Listen, I can watch a few Donut Daddy videos. I will admit to that, but that's as far as I can go.
Donut Daddy?
Yes.
I saw one today on YouTube, one of the YouTube shorts, and the guy dropped like pancake mix, but instead of cleaning it up like a normal human being, he licked it off the freaking counter. I was like, "Sir, no!"
Did he clean the counter first? I played too much for those things to be attractive to me. I'm like, you didn't even watch that. That's nasty. What is he doing?
And he was like, the one video I watched, he was like squishing a freaking pomegranate, and I was like,
I'm on the wrong side of TikTok.
When he first started popping up, I was like, I can't handle this because trigger warning, he does a lot of spitting in his videos sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
And I'm just like, ugh, I can't handle it.
But like, I didn't even see it on TikTok. They're on those.
What
YouTube
in the Wattpad is going on here?
What are you guys watching?
This is TikTok 17 and up, I see. Y'all is over there doing something. I'm telling my mama. I'm glad she didn't join this live. Because what in the world?
Oh, your mom's commentary would be the best. Are you kidding?
They started White Boy Winter.
What in the KKK?
Who is going to prison? Lock him up. Lock him up.
Boy Winter.
Huh?
What?
No, I cannot.
Who raised y'all?
Where-
I need to have a conversation with your parents.
Mm-mm.
You need supervision. They do a lot of thirst trapping, and it just makes me uncomfortable. It's like they're trying to dance sexy, but they're not on beat, so it just looks awkward. And then they're like doing something weird to a grape. I don't want that. Sir, I'm not hungry.
No, the one that bothered me the most is I don't know how this video ended up on my YouTube Shorts feed.
Sure.
I know.
No, I don't, because I'm really disturbed. I scrolled.
You double
and
tapped this
I
wheel.
saw my brother's best friend doing a thirst trap video, and I'm just like, I literally used to babysit this kid. I'm like, no, I don't want to see this. Like, no.
Well, go on.
No, because I can't look you in the eye after seeing that.
Nope, sir.
No.
Just pretend like we don't even know each other.
Like, I've known the kid since he was 5. I'm like, this no. And he's not. A kid,
Jamie,
he's an adult now. But,
Sebastian is now a wee Spider-Man because he crawled up the wall.
That's true. He's like a little spider monkey. That's
You
what my
should
mom
see
calls him.
him hanging off of Jamie's arm. It is the funniest thing in the world. Just so
He
we're
thinks I'm
aware.
a jungle gym.
He heard me. I don't want no problems. I don't want no smoke,
I
Sebastian.
turned the camera because he was swinging his pajamas everywhere. So
He gives me Pity Pablo where he swings his shirt over his head like a helicopter. That is Sebastian. He took that challenge for sure. TikTok is wild because for one, I'm all books on TikTok. So whenever there's something crazy going on, I don't find out until the book space does. And let me just say, they make it 12 billion times worse. It could be, oh no, ants are going to be a stink. And then 2 days later, I'll see a video. It's like, we're all going to die because the ants are going first. And I'm like, man, that is not the messaging I prepared for when I turned on this app. Save yourself.
And because it's such short content, like you don't get the full story.
So quick.
Or
But I also think we're desensitized that way too.
Let's make your freaking TikTok out of it. I'm like, yeah.
You're right. I would say you are right. We are desensitized to long form content, and it is, short term, and it's scary because our brain is like, how fast can we get through my feed?
And I fast forward through stuff now.
I don't even listen to anything on like regular speed. Everything I listen to now is like 1.25 or 1.5 speed.
Thank you.
1.5. I read somewhere is like the normal average speaking
like conversation rate.
Yeah. That's why I listen to it like on that. That's usually where I start, and if I go down or go up.
Yes. Thirst traps is the highlight of tonight. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We have, how old is Sebastian? Is a question in the chat, if you don't mind sharing.
he's 3 years old. He's gonna be 4 in January.
What day in January?
The 16th.
Oh, okay. Mine's the 20th. That's what I was asking.
Oh.
Oh, it's so cute. Right. Sometimes you just want no problems, just vibes. That's literally me. I'm just a vibe in a construct that most people can't think about because I have no idea.
You have that one person, no matter what, anywhere, that's going to drop that little bit of, I'm just going to mess things up. All the chaos.
I love that for us. If it's just one person, I think I'm having a good week. If it's just one, I think we're doing okay. Here's a question we haven't talked about. What's a book that lives in your mind rent free?
Good or bad?
Good or bad? Go, Ash.
Okay, so I'll give you my good and I'll give you my bad.
Okay.
So let's start with the bad. Last year I
love that.
challenged to read a book called The Haunted Vajayjay.
Lord.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can we repeat that for the viewers that are trying to write the title down? What was that?
The book was called The Haunted Vagina, and I am scarred to this day. If you would love to watch me, you would love to watch me suffer through the read. It is a highlight on my Instagram, and it was a time. And not a good one. Yeah, that's worse. That lives rent free.
But yeah.
The best that lives rent free is there's a series by Sylvia Day. It's a Crossfire series, and
oh, that's a good one.
I love those books. I have owned them in every medium that I could buy it in, and I listen to it, read it as much as possible. Those books got me through a rough time in life, so they're mine forever.
And they're better than the E.L. James books.
Hey, now let's get a party started.
They are better than the E.L. James books by like
a ton,
leaps and bounds.
Yep.
Okay,
that wouldn't be hard.
I might actually read it because a friend of mine recommended it, and it is at my library. So maybe I'll read that one instead.
It's a lot, but it's great.
I feel like it would be difficult to be better than E.L. James.
Is it 4 or 5?
It's 5.
It is 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if they have the
At
last
least
one.
they're all out. I was reading them as they were coming out, and there was like a 2-year break between what was
Yeah,
it, 4 and 5 or 3 and 4.
between
I
4
was
and
so
5.
mad.
Yeah.
I was so upset.
I picked this book up after I read the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy, and I saw it on the shelf, and it was like, if you like 50 Shades of Grey, you'll love this. And it's like 1,000 times better than 50 Shades of Grey.
I also have not read 50 Shades, and I still have that book on
don't-
the shelf.
Don't do it. Don't do
I used
it.
to love
First of
those
all,
books.
I know the book
I
is
do
sketchy
too.
just
I'm
based
not
on how I bought it. Let me tell you the
I'm
story.
not gonna.
I bought it off Facebook Marketplace, not knowing the person. So did it look like we were doing a drug deal? I don't know. It was raining. And I pull up and the person didn't get out the car. Y'all know I'm blind. I can't even see it. So we get off the car. Tom's like, he was like, do you want me to go get it? I'm like, no, that's fine. I'll go get the book. So I go over and it's a very elder woman giving me the books. We're friends now, by the way. She's like, yeah, they were really great reads. I read them up in just a couple of days. And I'm like, I know what content is in this book. I was
Yeah.
not prepared for you.
My mother-in-law.
My grandma read them, came into my room, dropped them in my lap. She's like, you need to read these now.
The thing is, she messaged me later and was like, hey, have you read the books yet? I'd love to talk about it with you. We're friends now. We share cozy mysteries together now. But I wasn't prepared for the
That is so
82-year-old woman.
heartwarming.
It was adorable. I was like, wait a minute. What are you doing?
Girl, when I
Reading these
watched the
books.
first movie in theaters because my grandma made me go watch the movie with her in theaters, it was nothing but women over their 80s watching that damn movie.
Oh
The
my
movie
It
I
was
my
so
mom right
bad.
I was reading the
Your
first
mom,
one, my
Ty?
was reading the second one, and my grandmother
Me and
was
my
reading
mom
the
was
third one.
listening
We were all
together.
sitting on the
I
couch.
saw the last one with my mom.
Yeah.
That was
We
our
have
thing.
very different relationships with our parents, clearly. My mom's
I give
very
mom-
different.
I give my mom spicy book recs.
Oh my goodness. No, my mom gives me
likes to say
crapaholic
that I was
books.
corrupted by my romance reading friends. And I was like, Mom, where do you think I got my first spicy book? Was your bookshelf. So
Yes, she did. That she did. Fair enough. A book that lives rent free in my mind, anything by I'll say Mimi Grace because it just makes me feel cozy to read anything by her. It's the stakes are never so ridiculously high. It's just like I want to be a normal person who falls in love the normal way. And it's I appreciate when things are simple. One book I will go to my grave with a passion hating is the other Black girl. Ain't no way in hell a perm is gonna make me change my rights on misogynistic microaggression BS. I will go to my grave. hating
So do
that
I need
book.
to remove that book?
Burn it? No, I'm just kidding.
Because-
But you should
I
read
never
it.
finished that one either.
You should read it. I threw it across the room and said, "Rest in peace," because I wasn't picking it back up.
So you're not going to watch the show that they made about it, are you?
I have mixed feelings about it, but I'm boycotting it for now.
Okay.
Mostly because I get so excited about just like love. I'm a person of, I say this to my family, my friends all the time. I come from love. I want to give love. And I was expecting that book to be like Black sisters uniting, fighting the good fight together. And then it became Black girls versus darker Black girls and all of the ridiculous stereotypes that we already see and eat up. And I'm just like, this could have went a better way. It was irresponsible in my opinion.
Shay
Oh,
was
yeah,
angrily
me-
texting me about that book, and I will never read it because Shay was texting me angrily about that book the whole entire time she was reading it.
I get very passionate with my reads. I don't apologize. I love me anyway, dang it. Love me through it, please. Jen and Ty, you first. I want to know what book you hate with a passion.
Well, I mean, this is like a good book. But I really, really love the author S.A. Cosby, and I fell in love with his books because of Razorblade Tears. I recommend that to anybody, even if people say they don't care. I'm still gonna tell you to read it. I love it. So,
Chef's kiss.
yeah,
I cried like a baby reading that book.
yeah,
Beautiful.
love that.
Now who you hate?
This year there's only been one book that I just could not stand, and that was The Writing Retreat. I don't know if anyone's read that.
No.
So
And I liked it.
stupid.
I liked it.
Actually,
I
like
I haven't read it yet, but it's one of my like anticipated.
she's like, dang, I just
reads.
bought it.
That is going on the worst books of this year on my list. It is number 1. Like, I hated that book.
Oh damn.
Oh, damn.
Ashley, we're ruining you. You should leave while you still can. We haven't got to Jen yet, so there's still some hope there. So if you want to
like
leave, we understand.
Okay. If you like campy ridiculousness, you'll be fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Good luck.
What I tell you? What title like a book? You shall know.
Favorite.
Jen,
What?
light of my life. Give us your books.
Becky Chambers. Anything by Becky Chambers.
Really?
Yes.
That good?
Monk and Robot, just absolutely beautiful. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, the Wayfarers series, just the second book, I absolutely, I couldn't put it down. I couldn't put it down. When I had to put it down, all I could do was think about it. It was
Are they
amazing.
novellas?
Absolutely redefined my level of a 5-star book.
Oh, beautiful. That's a high ranking.
It was that good. It was that good. It redefined what a 5-star book is for me.
Ashley, did you say if they were novellas?
That's what I was asking because I've heard of A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, but I didn't know if that series was
That
novella.
series is full-length novels.
full length. Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
Monk and Robot are novellas.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
they're not long novels, but they're not novellas.
Okay.
So yeah, they were very good.
Jamie, I'm going to ask you, but you can't say R.L. Stein or Colleen Hoover. Best and worst.
My best that live rent free, still currently that I think about constantly is the Beartown series by Frederick Bachman.
Oh yeah,
I'm always thinking about that series. The book that just
grind
gets on
your
my
gears.
nerves is probably The Outsiders by Stephen King, because he goes into full on detail about how these men raped and murdered a 5-year-old black girl. And I couldn't. I put it down and I threw the book, and someone looked at me. I was like, you can burn it. You could throw it away. You could put it in the shredder. No, I'm sorry. I can't.
Mm-mm.
And that is why I would
Got
never
on my
pick up
shelf.
a
I did not know
Stephen
that.
King book.
Yeah, it's like it's almost a whole chapter of him going to full on detail of these dudes from like Georgia going to find this little black girl and do this.
Yeah, that's a hell no for me. Thank you, Scotty.
I'm like,
beam me up.
I can't. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
And people
heard
got to
Stephen
be
King
mad at me
was
because I won't
doing-
read Stephen King.
And that's what's good. I've heard Stephen King was doing some shady stuff like in his
Like,
history, but I had never read
he's-
anything by him.
He's done a lot of problematic stuff. To this day, he still writes the N-word in his books. He's still all about children rape and children freaking getting together to have a freaking foursome, threesome. And I can't.
Yeah, he uses
I'm
like
like-
the N-word in weird, like random times. Like you would never
Yes.
need to say that.
It's
Yeah,
like
it makes-
nothing to do with it, and he'll just splash it in there for no reason at all, just to remind you, hey, I'm still a bigot.
Yeah, it makes no sense. But if you're wanting to read a King, I would read his son's work because they write nothing like him. Their
Or
work
11,
is so
22,
much,
63.
yeah, their work's so
Y'all-
much better than his. But if
Y'all have cleared my shelves a little
if you
bit.
don't want to read any of that, I would say
I sent you some books. I'm sorry.
I would say stay clear of King because he loves dropping the N-word. He loves children rape. He loves like orgies, and it's yeah.
Yeah, there's
I also
something
think
not
he
right.
comes from a time where writing that kind of thing, those types of things were like hot topics of selling.
But he
And
still
he
does
just
it today.
never understood that this is not the world we live in.
Like he still does it today, and it's
and
I wouldn't know. I don't read them.
unapologetically uses the N-word, and it just like
he's a true dickhead, and I mean that in a very different word kind of way. Hey, Paco.
It's not good.
Hey, Paco.
Tell your brother we said happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, hon. Alicia, last but not least, don't think you're just going to sneak on out of here. We need your best and worst, too.
Best, the Indian Lake trilogy. The trilogy will be finishing in March by Stephen Graham Jones. The first book is My Heart is a Chainsaw.
Oh, I have that book.
Fantastic. And I read the sequel this year. I read the sequel this year. Fantastic. And the third book is coming out the week of my birthday. So it's birthday.
She means that to say the week of my birthday, don't forget to buy me the book, Bonnie.
I know. He'll sign it for me. But books that live rent free in my head in a bad way, and Jen and I have spoken about this.
Oh, I think I know the answer.
The Mayfair Witches by Anne Rice.
Here we go.
Basically, a lot of the things that Jamie said that Stephen King writes about, she writes about, and she makes it okay, like fathers marrying daughters, and
there's a lot of incest.
There's way too much problematic stuff in her books to be. I don't mean this in a funny way. Like, it makes you wonder what happened to her.
Yeah,
because she normalizes things that should never be normalized, ever. Like. No, that first book, there's a certain sentence that is burned in my brain, and I wish I never heard it.
No, repeat it, because I don't want to know.
No. I don't want you to get demonetized if I.
I'm already traumatized, ma'am.
Well, you know exactly what the sentence is because I rage screamed it to you on the phone because I was so upset.
That's okay. That's where book friends are for. Because I literally talk to my husband about the books I read, and he doesn't understand a thing. He only turns around when he realizes I'm breathing really loud and it's getting intense in the book, and he's like, "Are you good?" That's all. Only time. He's like, "You okay, babe?" Mm-hmm. But he's like, "Yeah, okay, you're good." That's it. That's all I get. Here, we talked about this earlier, but I want to know your thoughts on it. How important is subscriber count to you, and why? Why is it so important?
I don't think it's important at all. I make the content because it's my hobby and I enjoy it. And if other people want to enjoy it as well, great for them. If they don't, whatever. I'm doing it because it's fun.
I mean, I don't keep an eye on it. I don't look at it. It's just a number to me. But like, I'm on here because I had no one to talk to about books, and it's stuck in my head. So I was like, I'll just gush it out on the internet. Someone's gonna listen and pick up a book that I recommend.
There you
Love it.
I will say that. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Nope. Go ahead, Ty.
That's so polite. That's how you know they're so nice. We just be talking over people.
I was gonna say, it used to be important when I first started, but then I realized my favorite part of like making videos is like answering the comments on the videos. So even if like a lot of people aren't watching them, that's fine. I just like interacting with people, through like the comments.
Love it.
I was just going to say that YouTube is actually the first, I would say, space that I have created freely without worrying about the subscribers. And I mean, while it's nice to see the numbers, I don't care about the numbers because, like everybody has said, it's more about community and building those relationships and having people to talk to about the books that we're loving, and not so much about how many people are listening to what I have to say.
Love it.
Yep.
I think for me, it's a little bit different. I care. I'm a carer. I care a lot about a lot of things. Subscriber count didn't start to matter to me until I started to being and groups of people that sub count matter too. They're very much like, we got to get more, we got to get more. And I was just like, but then I found myself doing things to get people to like me. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not me at all. I tell this group all the time, like, if you go back in my like beginning stages of my channel, I talked really fast. I was like, hey, my name is BookswithBonnie. Let's get the because I just wanted to get the content out there. And then I watched one of my videos and I was like, girl, aren't you embarrassed? What are you doing? That is not you. And I was like, I can't be funny. I can't be goofy. I have to be professional because this is books and people like to get good information. And I was like, I don't have a space here. I started my channel, like everybody said, to make friends, talk about books. But more importantly, I looked at my nephews and my nieces. And my nephew said something really important. And it was, how do they expect me to read books? I don't see them reading books. And I was like, damn, shorty got bars. It's legit. They say kids do what they see, not necessarily what they're told. And they just didn't see my siblings reading. So I took it upon myself. I had a whole book club with my sisters. I have 2 virtual book clubs now. But hearing that, I was like, if that's what you mean by you want to see the younger people do more and do better, you have to lead. And when that clicked, I was like, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to read whatever I want. I'm going to talk like I talk, walk like I walk. And the people who love me will come. And those who don't, hopefully we get the fuck on before I have to cuss them out. But very much, that is when my channel kind of took an extra step in a different direction. And that's how I knew it re-solidified that I was just being me. Because people, we all know you can sense when it ain't real. You could sense it. And for me, I'm a very happy, joyful person. And if I'm not feeling that vibe, you won't see me. And I used to try to force it. Like, I feel terrible, but I'm trying to be happy about this content. And then I was like, look, y'all, I'm not feeling this. You finna get the rawness and you could like it, or you can click to the next video.
That's interesting because when I had this idea of having a booktube, I felt like I had to look a certain way and present a certain way. But oftentimes as readers, if I'm doing a weekly vlog, I'm not going to be sitting here at 10 o'clock at night with a face full of makeup. So if I have to capture myself right before I'm getting in bed, that's what you're getting. And I feel like that's more authentic and people see you in a different way than the buttoned up persona that we're taught to have on social media.
I also feel like with us showing that side of us, it allows other people to do the same, right? Like, we look at the big like subscriber counts, and some of those accounts, they are put together. They are on point. They got the green drop back, all this. And that's great. No shade, no tea. But I'm more entertained by seeing people who came from the trenches. Everybody likes a good, bringing it up, being better, and seeing that development. When I see those channels, I'm not going to lie, though, I'm the first to subscribe. I'm like, what? You got 12 people? Make it 13. How you doing?
Yeah.
Can I piggyback off of that for a second? Because the one thing that irritates me is, like, you do see people with no makeup, with no whatever, like in a sweatshirt, but they always have to say, like, before they start the whatever clip,
video,
or at least the bigger booktubers, oh, I look like such a mess. Ignore my face because I don't have makeup on. Like, if you want people to accept you for you, shut your mouth and say what you need to say.
Can you tell my friends have no?
I will say I'm guilty of that though. A lot of the times when I say that, it's because, like, I work literally 2 jobs, and so I may look sick when I'm on camera with no makeup on. So it's like, I'm sorry, but this is what you're getting right now. That's my vibe.
You said it a couple times, but, like, I'm talking about the bigger content creators that say it every time they get on for a video clip.
Yeah.
Like, there are certain content creators that say it every single time. If you're that self-conscious, then put a full face of makeup on.
Right.
Like that, but that's the whole thing. I feel like the people that say it every single clip want that validation from the people watching.
Yeah.
Oh, you look
Or
fine.
just
Oh,
an,
this
like
blah,
an
blah, blah, blah.
insecurity they're working through. I
Right.
think for me, it was really hard for me I have privacy issues. Like, as a person who has created content, I was a director, actor, writer. I've done so many things that for some reason this space just looked very unattainable to me because I come from a different world, right? Like, it's easy to make funny skits, or it's easy, or at least it came easy to me to do those things. And this seemed more of like the academic space, right? Where everyone is like critical and very, I guess, good with their words. And then you have me who babbles and talk crazy, and you never know where I'm going with it, right? So I was like, clearly I am not in this space with the academics. So when I came in this space, I was like, I'm talking really fast, but I'm also trying to over explain. And I found myself doing it so much that I was like, girl, ew. If you haven't noticed, that's my favorite word. That's the word of the week. You can use that at some point. 10 points for you. But what I learned is that a lot of people felt the same way I did. Was some people are just too technical. They're too, it just doesn't fit their vibe and how they understand. And to find something that resonates with a content creator, I was like, I could be that person.
I struggle with that too, like using a lot of vocabulary I don't normally use because that's what everyone else was doing, to the point where I was like, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
Where you don't sound like yourself.
I was like, hold on, Siri, what does this mean?
Because there are like
Guilty.
some creators where I have to Google some of the words that they're using because I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
And you know, in their day-to-day life, they're not using that.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And some people, and I get it, some people look at this like a job, right? They want to get to a point where they could quit their 9 to 5, and this could be like just an easy money, or correction, could be a money maker for them in their household. I get that. However, if this is going to be a second job for me, baby, I want it to be an easier one. Right. I want it to be simplified.
That part.
But
instead of putting on makeup, I start drinking more water because I'm not putting makeup on.
I also think people are in that phase right now of trying to make their hobby their job. And it's not like, and like, you're not having fun with it anymore. I know some people that have it do this full time. Great, grand, wonderful. But then they complain about not getting views and all this other stuff. Well,
yeah.
Well, I think what the generation of social media has failed to learn, that when you do the fast track to gaining subscribers or followers, whatever platform you're on, you miss the building of community. So that's why you see people who have thousands and thousands of followers and little to no interaction, because these people don't know you, they don't care. So it's easy for them to just swipe up.
Mm-hmm.
right.
And not care. And it's strange, right? Because once you build your own community, that's when I'm gonna say it. When I built my own community, that's when I started being super protective. And I mean this in the sense of like, oh, that's my girl. You better not say nothing crazy on her video, because I'm on your Instagram, and now I know what your mama stay. Bro, don't play with me. I will tell on you. I will message your mom. Am I crazy? Possibly, but don't be talking crazy. Do your mother know you speak like that? Does she know? Because I know she don't know, because I'm gonna send a screenshot to her Facebook with her and the kids. See, now I sound crazy. Never mind.
I had to have someone because people assume, because of who I am, that I'm gonna have certain amount of certain type of content, and I'm not hiding the fact that I have a disability, but it's not what defines me. My whole content isn't gonna be my disability and I had a hard day today. That's not.
Yeah.
You don't gain, because you're following me on YouTube, you don't gain that access if I'm having a shitty day.
Yes.
Don't you know when you have a disability, that's the only thing you're allowed to talk about.
Oh, I told you what happened, Jen. I went off on this lady on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Why can't people understand that people are very complex? We're like onions. To quote Shrek, there's layers here. There's layers.
Question to like, when I find out there's a book about a disabled person, I will read it. Absolutely. But is this one faction of my life gonna? And that's the one part about the content creation that bothers me, like especially people with disability, like people with kids with disabilities.
Yeah.
And they only focus on and I'm just like, but your kid's not even old enough to consent to this. Like, stop.
Mhm.
Like,
Honestly, Alicia, if it wasn't for you, it's a lot of things that I feel sad for other people. And what I mean by this is because of the way they were raised or the things they believe, they miss out on learning through building relationships with different types of people. Right. And that's what I love about this space is that I'm able to communicate with all different types of people that I learn from. And honestly, that's how you learn, right? It's through experiences with people. I love that I have friends not only that are like, yo, this is a problem, this is problematic, this is crazy. Because although it doesn't impact me, it impacts people on a day-to-day basis that I'm just too privileged to understand from experience. And those are the same people that be like, yeah, no. Isn't that your entire life? It's like, no, there's different levels to people just like it is to you. Your every day isn't a good day.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's fine. That is normal. That's completely normal.
I know y'all sitting here like, what the hell did I get myself into? Look here. I told y'all you never know where this is going, okay? Let's see. I've been trying so hard to keep track of this chat. I'm sorry, chat. We have just been ping-ponging off of each other all night. And this has been such a great conversation that I have been trying to stay in the loop of things. Me and Bonnie on the same energy. See, Paco, don't play with my friends. Because we don't play that. Because I will tell. Sending screenshots to moms is one of my favorite topics. Because I know your mama don't know you out here talking crazy.
I almost asked I work in a call center. I'm going to throw this out there. I almost asked a man the other day if his mother knew he talked like that.
Does your mom know about this?
Straight out called me a see you next Tuesday. Yes, ma'am. He
sure
did.
You want to say it live? No.
He sure did. Straight up called me one.
I have never heard it phrased like that, but that is what I would be using.
We are making a monster over here, you all. We cannot keep influencing. This is bad. But my next question is even worse.
There's more?
What is your toxic book trait?
Ooh, what is it? I don't even know.
I'll go first.
Oh, you know it off the top of your head. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's dangerous. I crack the spine of every book I own.
No.
Yes.
I mean, I'm like,
yes.
That's why I love paperbacks because if
you
I feel you. I do the same thing.
If you saw my Crossfire series, it is like spine is well loved. My books, you know, I love them. Sorry, I'll mute now.
I do the same thing. I crack my spines. A fresh book being cracked sounds so good. I dog ear my pages. I write in my books. I make it my own. I make it like it's my own.
You write in your book? Like,
I'll give you an example. Hold on.
Like you put a like
I wrote in this one.
Wait a minute.
The paper. I write in my book. I make it my own. I dog ear pages. I put my opinions in my books if they're good enough to put them into.
Wait, what is that book? What did it say?
No, I'm keeping the
what the? I thought it said something else too, Ty.
So did I for a minute.
That is a really good series, though.
I write in it. Make it my own.
Tabs I can get. I even understand the
Oh,
little.
I do tabs too. Tabs, dog ear. I write. I crack the spine. There's nothing like just opening a spine and cracking it.
I keep it very pristine if I don't think I'm keeping the book.
Note to self: never borrow a book from any of you all because I won't be able to read it.
No. Like if you borrow a book from me or I borrow a book from you, I will not. If the spine's not cracked, I'm not cracking it. I'm not writing in it. I'm not doing it. You'll get it back the way you gave it to me.
Exactly.
The trauma.
But if they're my own, I'll do all that because
Sebastian agrees with me. You are out of control.
Well, growing up, my stepdad was like, you have to leave your books like it's a shrine. They have to be pristine. You can't put your own personality into them. You can't make it where someone goes to my bookshelf and they don't think that I actually read the book because they look like I just got them from the damn bookstore.
Oh, no.
My thoughts are when I pass these books down to whether it be my children, my grandchildren, what have you, I want them to be able to look in the book and say, oh, Grandma Ashleigh, this is how she felt about this part in this book. About all
they
the
can't
stuff
look
that I
up
read.
Goodreads or StoryCraft. Those probably ancient history later, but
Exactly.
I don't know. Because I was all about the library.
Like, oh, these are the parts Grandma Ashleigh liked.
Yeah, there you go. Look at the spine. Oh my
This
goodness.
spine's all cracked, all used. I made it my own.
In my head, I don't crack spines because I'm like, what if I don't like it and I need to sell it later?
Right. That's
what if I gotta give
I
it
know I'm
away?
keeping it.
You
Same
saw
old.
Paco, I know you only read hardback books now, but you also write in your books. So it's just a lot going on, and I'm going through a lot. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
You in college, you wrote in your school books, right? Your own school books that you paid for? You didn't write in them?
No, I sold them immediately
I
after.
did.
I wrote in a notebook. I had a notebook for each book.
Same. Mm-hmm. Wait, Alicia, Ty, what are your toxic book traits?
Oh, I think mine is something that we all do. I have a really bad habit of just buying an entire series without knowing if I'm gonna like it.
Girl, that's not toxic. That's looking into the future. You're clairvoyant. What are we talking about? You are. That's so Raven. That's what I heard.
I'm trying to get better about doing that. Just one book at a time in case I don't like it. So I'm not wasting money if I have to then sell it back and then be mad I'm not getting all my money back. So,
Sell on Tango.
I mean, I also have a habit of starting a book and not finishing it.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
I can't do that. I can't even.
Well, I'm like Jen. I could be 80 books or 80%, 90% do a book. If I ain't feeling it, I'm DNFing the damn thing.
That's fine. Do that.
Damn.
We agree.
Y'all,
My friends are cutthroat.
I was listening to a podcast, and this guy said that he sometimes doesn't read the last page of his books or like the last chapter, so that if he comes back to it, he's always surprised, especially if he loves everything up to like 90 or 95%. He won't read the ending.
He's an emotional cutter, is what I'm hearing. What?
Psychopathic? My brother reads the last page of a book, then he starts the book.
I've heard of people doing that, yeah.
I know people that do that.
What is wrong with them?
He's like, I have to know if this is going to happen. And if it is, I won't pick up the book. I'm like,
you enjoy stuff better when they know what's going to happen.
I want the suspense. I'm like,
yeah.
Sometimes I don't even read synopsis because I'm like, I want to go in not knowing nothing.
Maybe that's me in movies, but books. Like, I like when someone prepares me, especially am I emotionally attached to the character. Like a movie, they're like, look, your favorite character's going to die because I'm going to cry when you tell me, and then I'm going to cry again when it happens. But I got to prepare the cries for appropriate crying. But books and you telling me what?
That's like, I'm put in mind of that guy that was working in the Antarctic base that stabbed another guy because he kept ruining the ending of books that he was reading.
That was me.
Deserved.
Good
I
night.
support that.
I bet you won't tell in the books no more. I used to leave books open like a tent. See, that's just playing with fire.
I do it with hardcovers because nothing's
can't
gonna
do
happen
that.
to it.
I'm traumatized ever since that book that was returned to the library with a taco in it. Oh, Ashley, my love.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
What?
Someone uses
find it
taco
for you.
like
I'll
a
tell you what to
bookmark.
Google.
All I'm gonna say, I ain't got nothing to do with anything that happens after this live. Ashley, I am sorry in advance for inviting you to the chaos, and we have nothing to do with the taco in the library book.
Just Google taco in library book,
Well,
and the first article is a Vice article where it talks about it, and there's pictures.
My
Is
friend's a
it true-
librarian and told me that they found cocaine in a bag used as a bookmark.
I don't think they meant to return that book, Alicia.
No, seriously, it was a library book. I was like, that takes balls.
Yeah, I found a pot leaf in a textbook one time when I was in high school.
I had the exact same face, Ashley. You are yes, honey. Yes,
It's awful.
yes.
Like, I can
That
see
was, that was everyone's face when they seen that.
Again,
no.
jail?
Prison. That has to be a crime.
Yep.
If it ain't a crime, they need to add it now. Because why?
Yep.
Why would you return it at that point?
I mean, you have to
Yep.
know you lost the taco. You know, you
Okay.
lose a
Just
taco
imagine.
and not.
It was right here a minute ago.
No, like when the books smell like that though, like you would think you would smell it.
No. It was like, you know what? It'll be a good idea.
I mean, some people don't care. I lent a book to a friend. I got it back 4 years later. There were hot Cheeto stains. There were grease stains. There was
let them keep it
something
that long?
sticky on it. And I'm like, just buy me
They
a
would
new
have bought
book.
me a new book.
Just buy me a new book.
Listen,
I don't
I
lend
went-
I don't lend anymore because of being.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
the last
In
time
middle
I loaned out a
school,
book, it came back with dog bite marks all over it. Where
I'll
she
lend
had
to my
bitten
grandmother
dog.
and my mother. That's it.
All of those are
And I
fighting
don't lend to
words.
people I don't know.
I lent a book out in school and the girl returned it to me water damaged, and I have not lent a book out since in middle school.
Did you say water damage?
Yeah, she was reading it in the bathtub. First of all,
I don't understand how people read in the bathtub. I really don't. I don't understand it. How do people read in the bathtub? I don't get
they
it.
don't.
First of all, why is my book near your body in
I'm
water?
like, ow,
Exactly.
ow.
Them
I
fighting
mean, it's
words.
one thing to sit, like I can see reading in the bathtub if you have like a Kindle Paperwhite or something like that.
Right.
You know, because those things are waterproof. But a
Yes.
book,
Yeah.
And a book that isn't yours. Like I see people do it with a library book. I'm like, that's ballsy.
yeah.
She said disrespectful to tacos and books. I'm dead. Not only did you waste delicious tacos, but you ruined a possibly amazing read. Oh, you going to hell. That's what's going on. Oh my gosh. Why are we like this? Yeah, see, I can't lend my book out to people who don't respect books to begin with.
Mhm.
I'd rather
I like
pay
it.
for you if you want.
If I lend a book out, it's to someone I know is going to take care of it. Like it's the freaking Lord of the Rings precious ring. Like you got to take care of that mother.
Yes.
And
I
it's
never
not-
returned a book to a friend and it haunts me.
to
It
me,
should.
it's
No, I'm
not
just
disrespectful to the book. It's disrespectful to the person because you
It's-
don't have enough courtesy to take care of their possessions.
Yes.
You know, that's like I had this woman that I used to take to knitting group with me every week back when I was going to knitting group on Thursdays, and she would slam the car door every time she got in or out, and I'd tell her, stop slamming my car door, you're gonna break the window. Stop
Yeah.
slamming my car door, you're gonna break the window. And I must have told her 10 times to stop slamming my car door. And she came in one day and the window was part way open and she slammed the car door. And I said to her, I said, you're going to break my window doing that. Oh, it's safety glass. Let me tell you what, she never got in my car again.
You could walk.
She ever got in my car.
Public transportation.
Yep. She
Yeah,
messaged me for a ride the next week, and I said no.
See, don't play with my food and my books. I'm going to cut you. Don't play with my things. Because I love my things. I spend money on my things. People come in my room and they're like, oh, it's so beautiful. I love how don't touch a thing. You got barbecue sauce on your hand from lunch last week. I don't think so. Get away from my things. Because people say like, oh, it's just a book. Oh, it was just $25. Bro, don't play with me. That's money you touch.
Right?
I was at the bookstore the other day and one was $45. I was like, no.
See? Can we talk about how books are getting more expensive?
Yeah.
I remember buying little, twos and fruits.
I think
got
even
two books for
those
$50.
books used to be cheaper, but
When
they're
you could get a mass market paperback for $6. They would be $4 or $5.99.
They're like $12 now.
Yeah.
And for that's for a mass market that I can barely see because I'm
Paco, you better not be reading in the tub, dropping books in the tub.
Paco's reading in the tub.
Unacceptable. You only read hardback books.
No, sir.
He said he only dropped a book once.
How much was that book? He immediately curved the front of the. See, don't play with my paperbacks. That bugs the hell out of me.
My grandmother does that, and she doesn't understand. I'm like, don't do.
I hate seeing
Don't
the
do it.
roll
Don't
of
do
the book while they read, where the back is curled. And do I have a book? My book. What toxic trait of me is that I'm a book prude.
Yeah.
That it's very much. I'm a prude. Don't dog ear. Don't even open it. Just look through the pages through your mind, visualize and attack. Like
I used to be that way, but then I got used to being. I like wrote in one book, and I was like, "Oh, this is the end of it. I'm gonna start writing in other books." But if I know I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna reread it, then I'll write in it.
I think it all depends on if there's levels to my books. Like if I got it for a steal deal and it's $2 and it's exclusive and I've been looking for it, yeah, don't touch it. But if it's like I got 2 copies of the same book situation, I'm a little bit more lenient.
I know what you mean. Like I got a Doctor Who book. And I want to put that shit in glass. So I'm like, I don't want no one touching it. I don't want Gus touching it. I don't want nothing on that damn book.
Yeah, I'm a book prude. I accept it. They say the first step is saying it out loud.
Yeah.
I am a book prude.
Yep. Admitting
that
you
is
have a
me.
problem.
I have a problem. I'm getting better. Although I did just get some books in the mail, but I am getting better.
You need to invest in the translucent sticky notes.
I have them now, but I don't use them because they look like I wrote in my book.
Changer. But you're not technically writing in the book if you're writing on a freaking post-it.
But I see it when I open the book. And then what if the ink's wet and then it gets on the other side of the page? Like
that's why you use a pencil, Bonnie.
I'm a book prude. What don't y'all understand?
Yeah, you can use a pencil and you don't like it.
But
Just erase
pencils
it.
rub off and then it gets all gray looking and now it looks like you were trying to do math class and failed.
You mean like one time I wrote pencil in a book, and you know how you erase it and then your paper scrunches up? Oh, that was the end of the world for me one day.
Exactly. So you think I'm gonna risk my $16.99 book? I'm looking right at you. What am I gonna do with y'all? We have 5 minutes left. Y'all are crazy. Paco, I know. I am a book prude. I accept that wholeheartedly, and I understand. However,
I have a question for everyone though. I had someone come up to me and ask me if I was conceited because I'm on YouTube and I sit and I watch myself. I edit myself and I look at myself constantly. They literally said, "Are you conceited?"
Comes with the
What else are we
job.
supposed to do? Like,
They just want you to put up your recordings without editing them. Do y'all not see how crazy I am live? You really want a video of me?
I do the minimal amount of editing, but like I have to really pay attention because Sebastian does some weird stuff behind me, so I gotta pay attention to what he's doing.
Yes, I concur. Sebastian will test the waters. I'm just letting y'all know. Paco, if you dog-eared pages, it's okay when it's other people. Just don't do it to mine. I just kind of look away when other people dog-ear their books. Book prude.
I also really don't like when people get mad at people for like reading their special edition. Like if they spent their own money to get that special edition, they should be able to read it.
Yeah,
I have a question about the special editions though, because this has always bothered me because I don't read my special editions. I just buy another book because I don't want to mess up.
That's fine. I do it too.
But if you have a special edition that has sprayed edges, do you still tab it up to then mess up your sprayed edges?
I know people who do, but in my opinion, I don't have any like special or pretty books or anything. I wouldn't do it. I think it would mess up the aesthetic of your book.
Yeah, that's why I just get a paper.
I've seen some people do that, and I'm just like, but that defeats the whole purpose of getting that, I thought.
Maybe they made it even more special.
Pull off the foil if it's got foiled edges.
Yeah.
According to Paco,
I love Paco's answer.
Yeah.
Paco, we all know you.
I have an irate toddler, so I'm going to have to dismiss myself from this call.
That's okay. We got 2 minutes, so you're just scooting out early.
But thank you for inviting me, and it was nice meeting everybody.
You too.
Girl, this is not your last time over here, but you guys make sure you guys check out Ashleigh's channel. Yes. Good night, and tell the family we said hi.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Paco, I'm not surprised that you love yourself. We love you too. And if anybody say anything different, they could throw hands with me. And we skilled over here. Yeah. I think it's interesting to see people tab them still, because like my idea of a special edition is that it's for decoration and not actually for its purpose of reading.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me.
But I have one. It is a very pretty edition, but the person who printed it made sure it was readable, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
People who use anything as a bookmark. Okay, that's the last question, and we're going to end it for the night. What is the most ridiculous thing you've used as a bookmark?
A taco.
A credit card.
Jen, I hate you. Not a taco. I think the most ridiculous. I don't know. I've used some random things. Probably like one of my little remotes. I think I've stuck one of those in a book for temporary use.
I've stuck another book in a book.
I've done that.
I've done that.
I've done that.
Wait.
I've done that.
You stuck a book in a book? Like you?
Yeah.
Wait. I got
Michael, I'm trying to do it real quick.
Wait. How do you do it?
I think the most ridiculous thing I've used as a bookmark was an action figure.
Put the book in the other book.
Yeah.
Yeah, just slide it in.
Does
it have to be a certain size of book?
No, you can
No?
use anything.
Like this.
No. Look.
Like
I feel silly.
Like this.
Oh. Yeah, I'm dumb. I totally did not think that through. Oh. I'm an idiot.
No comment.
I learned something today. You can put a book inside of a book, everyone.
I'm surprised you've never done that before.
No. You're talking to the person who always has magnet bookmarks in their pocket, because my nephew likes to play with them. So I always have a bookmark.
Do you remember when you couldn't find the one book and you thought your niece took it and you freaked out for like a month?
Because they like to take stuff, because it's TT stuff that...
and then you randomly found it somewhere else, and I can't remember where you found it. You thought it was...
Yeah, that's the problem when you have nieces and nephews. They like to take things from your house because they know they can come back if they have your stuff.
Yeah, little kids like taking things. I mean, the most obscure thing I've used is an action figure.
I'm hearing straws, wrappers, $1 a pad. Okay. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's true.
Only used
I told my brother one time, put your finger right here and don't move. I gotta be right back.
So you could go to the bathroom. I'm dead. Penlets. Okay, I've definitely done that.
Yeah.
Erasers, toilet paper.
I've done
What in the world?
Gum wrappers, napkins, like.
I've heard of candy and stuff, but y'all are wildin'. But we have made it to the end of the night. We've been hanging out with y'all for a long time. This is a great celebration. Happy 4 years on BookTube to me. But also, shout out to my friends who came through and hung out with us all this time. Y'all did not have to deal with my wonkiness by yourself. Hello. How y'all doing? Well, that is it. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you subscribe to my friends. Ashleigh left, but her content links are also in the description box. But thank you guys, and I hope you all have an amazing night. Bye, guys. Or bye, friends, or however you want to say it. Bye. Bye, people. We love you guys, but behave.